The old wave.
Welcome to 2021.
2021.
Isn't it great? Like, isn't it kind of nice to just say bye 2020 and hello 2021?
It is. 2020 has been definitely a crazy year for many of us, especially those who are self-employed, who are photographers, videographers. A lot of the services were, unless you're doing really corporate product type things, us wedding photographers got hit pretty hard. There's not many weddings happening. If so, they were really changed. A lot of adapting to new things this year.
I think just photography in general, to be honest, or videography, we all kind of got kicked in the butt real bad. And we're going to be talking to you today about tips that you can use to grow your Instagram account in 2021.
If this is the first time that we're meeting, we own Loft Studio. We're a husband and wife team that do wedding photography and videography, and we have a passion for helping others grow their business.
We love helping others take their business to the next level, so that's why we release videos every week that can help you grow your business. If you're really liking all this content that we're putting out right now, go ahead and give us a like. You know that that's gonna help us tremendously. If you're on YouTube and you're trying to grow, you know that those likes and those subscribe buttons really do go a long way. So please, please, please go ahead, give us a like and subscribe. The first tip that we want to talk to you about today is pretty easy, if you ask me. It's going to be just reaching out to your existing followers in the DMs. Now, you might think, oh my gosh, what am I going to say to all my followers? How do I even start talking to them? Well, the first thing you want to do is, what I've done anyways, is to just kind of get going, is to actually reach out to people who just start following you. So you just see that they follow your account and you message them and say, hey, like, thank you so much for following. How did you find me? And just start engaging with their profile a little bit, liking and commenting on some of their things, and then just sort of ask them what you can do for them. I mean, they're there, they're following your account, they've probably checked out your page, they know what you do, and if they don't, this is a really good opportunity for you to tell them, what you do, if it kind of makes sense in that conversation, if they haven't checked out your profile.
It gives you a good open-ended question they can answer, and for example, I was just looking at potential wedding photographers in the future and following a whole bunch. Perfect. At least this person is a contender, is somebody that might become a client later on, and that is generally what social media is about. It's about finding clients and getting your work out there.
Yeah, and getting people to know who you are, because perhaps they might already be married, or they're not planning on getting married anytime soon, or they're single, who knows?
Yeah.
But you never know. Things change and a lot can happen. And they might know friends that are getting married, right? So that they know you, that they start to trust you. They obviously are following you, so they must like what you're putting out there. So you have to make sure that you're engaging with them. And I highly recommend that you start off with people that have just followed you, or, just picking, 10, 15. I mean, challenge yourself. I'm sure we've all got time now these days, being in lockdown at all these different places across the world. So take that opportunity, get into the DMs, and set yourself a goal. If you're going to reach out to 10 people every day, 15 people, 20 people, 100 people, and just watch your account start to grow from sliding into people's DMs.
That's true. So takeaway from this is not only comment and like, but try to get in the DMs and make it more of a personal connection.
So we decided that we wanted to schedule out a lot of our things. Now, we've done this for a couple of reasons. One, well, we have 3 kids and it's really busy and sometimes hard to post. And we usually find that we tend to kind of get a lack of creativity when it feels almost like pressure to do it, that day. Like, I haven't posted today, I need to post, or whatever. So what we've decided to do is start scheduling it. Now, when we do it, we actually plan it in our calendar, and we plan it every 4 weeks, and we sit down and we have a whole entire day aimed around scheduling. And now we've come up with a whole formula on how we, kind of come up with our social media plan, and that can be saved for another video. But what we really do is sit down and schedule all of our posts for the next month. And I know that sounds kind of crazy, but it really is something that has worked really well for us.
Yeah.
And what's nice about it is that we don't have to worry about it. We can take time off. Like we just took some time off at Christmas, and we were still posting all the time. And the nice thing about it is when that post goes live, you start getting notifications of people liking it, and then you can start engaging in that post.
Yeah, it's just as important when the post comes out to be available to make comments on the comments, to reply to all the comments that you get. That engagement is going to drive the Instagram algorithm. It's going to start giving you a bit more reach with your post, and that's always a great thing to have.
One thing that I cannot stress enough, and I'm always on Luke to make sure that he does, is to spend about an hour responding to comments and, reaching out to people who are engaging with you on your profile. So if no one's engaging with you right away, make sure that you are trying your best to engage with other people. People are on the platform already. So if you start commenting on their posts that are, that you see coming out, they're most likely going to come back and look at your posts and comment on your things as well. So, take that sort of hour after that post comes out to start engaging. So whether that's your sort of hour per day, instead of scrolling aimlessly, get on there and start commenting, start liking, and really get into people's DMs as much as possible. I'm going to say that the whole video because it's so important.
If you haven't figured out Instagram Reels, poor you.
Not poor you. There really is an easy way to make Instagram Reels work for your business. So if you are not using them yet, it is absolutely essential that you figure out how to use them in a way that feels authentic to you.
Instagram Reels are a great way to show a little bit of behind the scenes, especially as a photographer. People love seeing stuff about either the process or how, clients can make you feel. How do you feel? It's a great way to do personal things and some behind the scenes of some professional things that really give your audience a behind the scenes look. I use behind the scenes a lot because that is a great way to show your expertise in what you do, the work that goes into all the different things that go with photography that people may not realize.
I think Reels are going to be around for a long time as well, and it's also a bit of an entertainment value. I feel like people are really looking to be entertained when they're on the platforms, and Reels are a way that people are starting to engage, are starting to really like, and you can really see the unique ways that different businesses are using them. So get out there and make sure that you're trying to, even if you're doing a very similar thing to somebody else, it doesn't matter because your audience is going to be different than their audience. So getting out there, showing you, talk about you, your business, and what it is that you do differently. Even just an about you reel. I think that's something that we haven't done yet, but I think that's what we need to do next, is just do an about us reel where we just have, our favorite things and see how many people, can relate to us.
Yeah, because relating to your clients is, 80% of that connection before somebody actually makes a purchase from you, either a product or a service, is if they connect with you on a deeper level. That just gives you that little bit of influence on what their next choice will be.
Yeah, one thing that I've learned recently especially is that a lot of people have a lot of similar traits. So sometimes Luke and I will meet couples and you can tell that one of them is more like me or the other person is more like Luke. And so we really...
And what is that? What is more like Luke?
I just like some of the things that you like or the things that you say or do, right? So it's just, that is what people are entertained by. They want to sort of see themselves a little bit in their decision making and purchasing power. So make sure that you're using that to your advantage. They are not buying your service. They are buying you.
They're buying into you.
Yeah, we say that all the time and I mean it. They are buying you. So make sure that you are doing that 100%. And that's what we're going to to do too. So you're going to see it. If you're not following us yet on Instagram, make sure that you go ahead and follow us right now. I'm at Grey Loft Studio and Luke is at Grey Loft Video. We would love, love, love to see you on there, and definitely we're going to be reaching out to you in the DMs. So we would love to connect if you haven't already been following us.
And leave your Instagram below. We'd love to see in the comments what you've been doing and your progress through all of this.
Yeah, and don't worry, we're gonna make sure to engage with you as well. So we're gonna follow all of the rules, we promise, right?
Right.
Now, if 2021 isn't the year of engagement online specifically, I don't know what is. So one of the things that we found has been crucial to our success in our business has been to tag people. I know that sounds a little crazy, and I'm not saying just tag like completely random things, but tagging sort of the things that make sense in the post or story, especially stories that you are making. There's nothing better than getting people to engage with you in your post and in your stories. And the best way to do that is to tag them, right? They don't necessarily know you're talking about them, especially we know that the bad old algorithm isn't always being kind to us, especially small businesses. So making sure that you are tagging those vendors is really going to be key to your success in 2021. So what I do, for example, is I will tag, all of the vendors who perhaps were a part of the wedding day in my post. And now I've had people even say to me, do I really have to tag like every single person? Yes, you do.
I mean, you don't have to, but you should.
You should, and the reason for that is to make sure that you're not only giving them credit where credit is due, but you're also getting more chances of them going to engage with you on that post. And now the biggest thing that I always recommend too is that you share that into your stories. So, share your post into your stories and make sure you're also tagging the vendors in there, right? Because they don't get a notification that it's been shared. So tagging them in there, that also gives you a bigger chance of getting that golden ticket, which is engagement.
Yeah, not only engagement, but they could share the post or share your story afterwards. If you don't tag them, then they don't know to share the post. And especially in the stories, if you don't tag them in the story, they can't even share the story. And we've run into some problems. What if there's more than 10 vendors? And so sometimes you have to share the post twice and tag, half of them in one and half of them in the other story if you're going to be doing that.
Yeah, or you can even share it on a different day, right?
That's true, yeah.
But the idea is that you really want to get your post out there, and you want to get it being, favorable by the Instagram gods. So the idea is that you want to see and make them see that you are putting out content that is fire to everyone and is just amazing. This is like super hot content that they need to be pushing out to more people. So the more comments that you're getting, the more sharing that you're getting. I mean, even saving these days. You can even ask the vendors, hey, like, can you do me a favor? Could you save that last post? And then that way they also have sort of a saved collection of posts that they've been tagged in that they can go and refer to if they need to. So making sure that you're doing that is a really collaborative way that you can get some good engagement on your Instagram in 2021.
And this is specifically for wedding photography, videography, but you can even apply this into something if you take a photo of yourself, and if you have local vendors that you bought a shirt from, or you're using makeup from somebody, tag those kind of vendors as well, because you don't know if they're going to be sharing it. It also shows up on their profile in their tagged section.
True.
Which is really nice. It gives you a little more of an in with these other Instagram accounts.
Yeah, and honestly, lately I've been trying to share, just a little bit of behind the scenes. So lately, for instance, I've been sharing this company that's local to us. They do these amazing bath products. I'll put a link below called Live Bathorium. And the bath products are phenomenal. They're really amazing. This is not sponsored. I just absolutely love them. And every single time that I share a story, they share my story whenever I tag them. And I think that as a business, that's such a crucial way for you to engage with your followers. Look, I'm talking about it on my YouTube channel because I absolutely love not only the product, but the fact that they're sharing my post with them, right?
Yeah.
So really think about it from their client's perspective. Every time you share and do that, you're just mimicking what you want to see happening all the time. So.
Yeah, because if you start posting and tagging this company and then they start sharing it, other people will see that they're sharing somebody else's post, for example, and they'll start tagging them in there. So if somebody tags you as well, sharing that content does snowball into more people wanting to tag you when you're represented in that photo, post, whatever. And then when you share it, it encourages more people.
One of the last tips we're going to leave you with today, but not the final tips, because we actually have a few more tips that we're going to leave you with, but we actually have them in a free downloadable PDF that you can find below in the description. So make sure that you head on over, because we actually put together all of these tips together in a beautiful guide for you, and a couple of bonus tips in there too. So make sure you head on over, hit that link, and get that guide sent to you by email straight away. But the last one is going to be all about carousels. Now, this is something that I've sort of seen a couple of, people doing, and I think it's fantastic. There's always photos or things that you want to share on your profile, but they really just do not go with, perhaps the feel or the vibe or the look that you're trying to achieve on your grid. And the way that I've seen people doing this is that they will post a photo or a video, let's say, that really matches with their profile and their aesthetic, but they will use the carousel feature to, essentially put stuff, either behind the scenes or, a photo that perhaps is taken with their phone, or, just whatever it is in the carousel function. And now I didn't know this until recently, but you can actually get engagement. Like Instagram thinks that you're being engaged with when your people are scrolling through the carousel, which is a whole new thing that I didn't know, and I think that that's amazing. So you're probably going to see a lot more carousels from us in the future, because I think that it's such an amazing way to sort of talk about, maybe some behind the scenes or your family life or some of your favorite hobbies that don't necessarily fit in with your profile, or you just don't have those really grid-worthy photos of.
Yeah, for example, if you look at some of our feeds, we do have some carousels where we've applied this too, where we put a picture of either ourselves or a photo of a wedding, and then as you swipe through, it'll be photos of us playing with our kids in the backyard, and we talk about that in the post. We really just wanted the first photo to line up specifically with our grid, with our business, with what we want others to see.
Yeah.
And then we put that more personal, more different, a lot of it is shot with a phone. That's why we don't really put it as the profile one. But these are times and memories that we just want to share with everyone. It is just the most efficient way that we found.
And don't forget, the carousel, main thing is that you can also get engagement. So somebody has stopped on your profile, perhaps they didn't read what you wrote, but they read, sort of the first 2 sentences, and it's sort of engaging them to think, okay, well, I want to scroll, I want to see, swipe, I guess it would be called, not scroll. I want to swipe and see what is actually behind this. So it actually counts as engagement, which I think is a really sort of, unutilized little boost that you can get in your engagement rate on your profile. And I would challenge you to see, maybe you do, if you do 5 posts a week or 3 posts a week, and one of them you make a carousel, see how much more engagement you get on that one than you do on your others, and use that as sort of your base to see if it's worth doing it. Thanks again for watching this video. It really does mean the world.
It means the world to us.
It means the world to us. We're really, really happy and excited to be creating content that we know is really going to grow your business to the next level. We've really been working hard behind the scenes to bring this to you. So thank you so much for being here, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah.